Gemini, hi. This message is going to be a general reading for the week of July 13th. Take what resonates, leave the rest for others. We'll do a general reading and then we'll follow up with a message from the universe from the Ascended Masters deck. So what is in store for Gemini? Okay. The Hierophant. This is going to be about connecting with your higher power. That's kind of what the Hierophant means. It's one of the major cards, which is a significant chapter in your life. And I think that now is the time for you to finally focus on what I would call the divine energy within yourself. The cards surrounding you are the Six of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, which is calling on you to be generous and open. And that is surrounded by the Five of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, and the Devil. Don't misuse it. For those of you out there who are working to connect with the divine within yourself, which means the divine within everybody else, because we're all one, don't let ego guide your way, because it's just going to get you and everyone else into uncomfortable situations. You're influenced by the Page of Pentacles, which is kind of waste. It's surrounded by the Fool, the Four of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles. There's an innocence about you when it comes to your spiritual nature, and that's a good thing. Don't go in with perceptions, because those actually block you. You know, I forget where I heard it once. Joseph Campbell in The Power of Myth, where mythologist Joseph Campbell said, actually, the last block in our way to enlightenment is the image of the divine. And for Christians, it could be the image of Jesus, the Buddhists, the image of Buddha, and so forth. Don't get so attached to the form that you forget what is really behind it. Okay, your strength card is the Page of Swords. Patience. That is surrounded by the Emperor, the Ten of Swords, and the Hangman. Any limitations are on you. You need to be patient, kind with yourself, and remember that Rome wasn't built in a day. Your past, Nine of Pentacles. There's been some balance, there's been some status, there's been some ephemeral achievements, which, quite honestly, in the scheme of things, don't matter very much, because in the end, we got to leave it all, don't we, anyway? So that is surrounded by the Knight of Swords, the Justice card, and the High Priestess. It's time for you to trust in the divine. And then the most recent future is the Knight of Wands, which is basically you're going to be fighting the good fight. And it is, because you're battling the ego. You're battling your old perceptions. So it's time for you to evolve and move on. Okay, your attitude about it all is the Three of Swords. Yeah, you know, they say that the spiritual path's a lonely path. No one can, because you have to go it alone. I mean, you can have friends to help you along the way, but in the end, the work's all up for you, isn't it? That's surrounded by the King of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, and the Death card. Yeah. It's time to transform. Let go of the BS and let it happen. Okay. You have got your environment's the Queen of Cups. I think that represents the feminine within you. It's like peeling an onion away. The more layers you take off, the better it gets. And all those balanced energies start emerging. Nothing much to elaborate on that. Your hopes and fears is the Ace of Wands. You're hoping for success. You're hoping for success. And that is surrounded by the Page of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. You're afraid it's going to be a waste of time. You're afraid that the gold you seek is fool's gold. And I don't think it is, because none of us are made of fool's gold. We're all made of the real thing. And your final outcome is the Two of Swords. My advice for you is to be very careful on the path you pick. Follow your instinct. If you go, don't go grocery shopping. I mean, to an extent, spiritually inclined people tend to dabble in this and that and that. But stop doing that for a while. If it resonates, just say, okay, this is my path. And give it a goodly amount of time. And then, if you feel like you need to try something else that's going to allow you to grow more, go for it. But all the stops and starts are not going to help you. So let's take a look at the final message from the Ascended Masters card. The flow of prosperity. And basically what that means is, in this universe, we, as part of our integral nature, we are designed to be channels of the divine. Prosperity, health, abundance comes in, we go out. If you're given money, and you grasp onto it and you don't spend it, you're stopping the flow. The same with love, and the same with everything other aspect in your life. So take that to heart. Hope this helps, and we'll see you next time.